Hey there, this is Veena from Patacake, the channel that's about baking and much more. A warm welcome to my channel. Today I'm so happy to share with you one of my favorite recipes. I'm going to show you my easy recipe for Brinjal Cutlets. This is a Patacake original recipe. Eggless, vegetarian, easy to make and very tasty. And in my opinion, much better than meat. Seriously. So now why wait? Let's get cooking. Let's start making brinjal cutlets or eggplant patties right here at Patacake. To begin with, let's take a look at some of the main ingredients. Here I have 500 grams of long, slender brinjals. You could also use the large, plump variety of brinjals in this recipe. These are 6 medium-size garlic cloves. And here's a 1.5 inch piece of ginger. I'll crush both these ingredients. These are 4 medium spicy green chilies that I'll chop finely. Here's a boiled potato that weighs 150 grams. I'll peel and mash it to a smooth pulp. And these are 2 thick slices of brown bread. That's what I had at home, but you could use regular white bread instead. I have lightly toasted these and will now grind them to make breadcrumbs. I'll first tear up the bread slices before grinding them. In my recipe, the cutlet mixture and cutlets are somewhat darker in color, somewhat like meat patties. So I'm going to peel the skin off from 2 of these brinjals so that the final mixture is not too dark colored. I'll now slice all 4 brinjals and chop them into tiny pieces. Let's now cook these chopped brinjals. Here I have 2 tablespoons of oil heating on a medium flame. To this, I'll add the chopped green chilies. I'll saute them for a few seconds and then add some finely chopped onion that I got by chopping 2 medium-sized onions. We'll saute this till the onion softens and just starts browning. We'll now add in the chopped brinjal. This looks like quite a lot, but the volume will soon reduce considerably. After sauteing the brinjal for around 2 minutes, we'll add in 3 tablespoons of water, cover the pan, and let the brinjal cook for around 5 minutes. Let's give the brinjal mix a stir. And then make a well in the center and add in half a tablespoon of oil. Now we'll add in the crushed garlic and ginger and half a teaspoon of turmeric powder and saute all of this in the oil for a few seconds before mixing it with the other ingredients. Next, we'll add in half a teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper. Let's mix everything well and then add in 2 tablespoons of water. We'll reduce the heat and cover the pan and let the brinjal continue to cook for 5 minutes more in the steam created by the water. The brinjal pieces are now soft and have cooked completely. We just have to get rid of any extra moisture in the mix And then add 1 teaspoon of garam masala, 1½ teaspoons of amchur powder, 1 teaspoon of chaat masala, and 1½ teaspoons of powdered sugar. We've added a little sugar to just balance the tastes of all the spices we've added. Instead of amchur powder, dry mango powder, you could add 2 to 3 teaspoons of lime juice. We'll now let the mix dry up some more. It's now time to add our binding agents, the boiled and mashed potato and the breadcrumbs. I was able to make 3/4 cup of breadcrumbs. You could also directly add 3/4 cup of store-bought breadcrumbs. See that you mix the potato and breadcrumbs well into the patty mixture. Finally, we'll add the chopped coriander, and then taste the mix to see if we need to adjust any of the seasonings in it. The taste is just right. No need for any adjustments. We'll now let the patty mixture cool completely. The mix has now cooled and we can go ahead and shape our cutlets. You could make these in any shape of your choice using different molds like these, or just shape them by hand. I'll be rolling the cutlets or patties in rice flour because that's the way I like them. But if you want them to be crisper on the outside, you could roll them in breadcrumbs or in semolina in rava. I'm using this small ring mold so that all the cutlets will have a uniform size. I've already lightly greased the inside of the mold and will now add a drop or two of oil to my fingertips too. Let's dust a little rice flour on the work surface. Put a ball of the mixture into the mold and then press it down so it fills the mold completely without leaving any unfilled gaps. Let's carefully push the cutlet out of the mold and then coat it with the rice flour. Instead of greasing the mold, you could also dust it with rice flour and dust some on your fingers as well. Just see that you grease or dust the mold after every 4 or 5 cutlets that you shape. Also, make sure to brush off any extra rice flour from the surface of the cutlets because we want them to have just a light coating of flour. Our cutlets are now ready to be shallow fried. My oil has been heating on a medium flame. So now let's add some cutlets to it without overcrowding the pan. After 1½ to 2 minutes, we'll flip the patties so that the other side too can be fried. These can now be removed to a plate lined with a paper kitchen towel. Let's fry the next batch of patties. The cutlets will be slightly soft when you remove them from the pan, but as they cool down, they firm up and become a little lighter in color too. I made 18 small cutlets of this size, but if you prefer larger ones, you'll be able to make around 12 of them. You could enjoy these with any sauce of your choice or with chutney or mayonnaise. You just have to taste these super savory treats. If you ask me, like I told you at the start, they are better than meat patties. But do make them at home and see for yourself. Also, please remember to support my channel and subscribe. Until we meet again, happy cooking!